For some unforeseen reason, my screen went black and said the video was interrupted. And I did not realize I could have just kept talking. It would have been fine. But yeah, so we'll know that now. Welcome back aboard. I have no idea what happened. People are saying, "Are you okay?" You're just sitting there kind of looking around. And hi, Jeff. Nice to have you with us. You're just kind of looking around like you're leaving us. No. Hello, Lee. I don't know what happened. It's some of the mysteries of Facebook and live Facebook. And my apologies to all the many people that we had on with us on our Friday night show. Gosh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Well, let's see if we'll get anybody aboard. I imagine they've all given up hope. They've given up hope. The animal guy has. And then McCody Herring, my leader for Footer's Forum, he said, "You're still on live." I said, "Well, I couldn't tell." Corey says, "I'm back." Good. But yes, so I don't know what happened. I know now that if mysteriously my screen turns black, if we're still on live, I will know that from now on. I did not realize that. That was unannounced to me. And it was, Jeff laughed out loud. It was somewhat funny. It was. What's wrong with him? He's just kind of standing around there as a cesspool. Oh my. I'll have to check out the video. I hope we were able to save it. Oh well, you know, what can I say? This is entertainment, you know. There's been so much creativity. You say, "Still here, Larry?" Yeah, I'm still here, Shan. It's my screen said turn black, and it said, "Sorry, but your video has been interrupted," with no reason why or anything. Then I was told, and I just discovered myself that I was still on, even though I couldn't see it. It was still on. And I could have just kept talking, but so now I know if that happens again. I know he wasn't. I know. And if that happens again, I will just continue to talk. So I won't leave everybody hanging, because I hate to do that. I hate to do that. If anybody has any comments, great entertainment at that. Yes, it was. Yeah, Lee, I don't know what happened. It just, my screen turned black and it was weird. But I guess we were still on. I didn't know that. So, we're the best Bigfoot friends forever. Annabelle would never give up hope. We are with you. Well, good, Annabelle. We love us some Annabelle. She is wonderful. In fact, if we'd gone to, they hadn't quit school, you know, because of the virus, I would have met her in person this year. But we didn't get a chance to go in the spring, so that was disappointing. But we sent her some stuff, thanks to her uncle, and hope she enjoys it. We had great pleasure. We sent, she got both of her posters. I mean, there's not too many people that have both of them. No. There it is, Sasquatch. That print is available. Just message me. And also, feel like something watching? That one too, yeah. That one's available. It's a good one. Hi, Chip. Nice to have you with us tonight. Here on Facebook Live, we got so rudely interrupted. I have no idea what happened. And I apologize because I looked like I was. Hi, Claudine. We're doing great tonight. It's Friday night. We're talking Bigfoot. If anybody has any questions or anything you'd like to comment about, I completely lost my train of thought, but it'll come back here. Oh, it will. Because you start thinking about, you know, this would be a great night. Just to walk through the forest at night. No flashlights. No lights, because your eyes will adjust. Especially the best time is a full moon. You walk down those trails, and all of a sudden, you can see everything. See everything. Everything, you can see it. And you might see shadows. You hear things. Tree frogs, toads, coyotes in the distance. Sometimes the squeal of a bobcat will get your attention. Oh, I've got a message. You doing okay? Yes, we're back on. It mysteriously turned black, the screen. Yeah. I didn't do anything. I did not, was not my fault. But we're still on. We're still on. Yes, tell them I'm back on. I'm back on. I ain't go nowhere. They turned off. Oh, yeah, that was. Oh, anything on Bigfoot around Jeffersonville? Well, probably. Yeah, Landon Hill says weird. Yeah, it was weird. I know, it was very, very weird. Everybody's trying to message my wife Cheryl and wondering what happened to me. You know, I've got health issues, but that wasn't one then. I still have to go to my car. You know, nothing too scary tonight. You know, that's probably a good idea, Shannon. Being I disappeared there for a minute. Great Bigfoot sounds. Hi, Christy. Hi, Landon. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Shannon. Oh, I just made her. Sometimes not very nice. Well, you know, after the screen turned black, and sorry the video has been interrupted, and it hadn't been. I just didn't know it. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking around going, what in the heck has happened here? And my wife, just moments ago, walks up to the door. You okay? What's going on? Everybody's messaging me. How does it stay so hidden? Hello, Wendy. Corey, for one thing, the color of it, whether it's brown, black, whatever. At night, they're invisible. You can't see them. Invisible. I mean, as I've mentioned earlier, they could basically walk right up to you and you would have no idea. You would not have a clue. Because you can't see them at night. Not unless you're walking in front of the headlights of a car or up to a campfire. So they have no problems in the daytime. And now the leaves are back on the trees. They're a lot bolder. In the middle of the winter, when the leaves are gone, you can see forever through the forest. A little bit more wary. But now the undergrowth has come back. Things we hate like briars. Sasquatch, that'd be something to scratch your back on. No big deal. Run right through them. I mean, their muscle mass is so intense, they don't even feel it. And, you know, I was getting ready to talk about some of the scientists say, you know, no diet would ever support them. How could there be enough food in, let's say, Indiana? Well, for one thing, possums, they're everywhere. I mean, that to them, that could be their survival secret. Hi, Jeff Battson. Nice to have you with us. Jeff, Scott, my 3-year-old toddler laughs and points at the window saying, Bigfoot, if I leave the blind open at night and he's having milk before bedtime. And like Christy says, I've heard they are expert at being stealth. They are. They are. I mean, they can move through the forest with such speed, such silence. And as someone put it so well, during the day, they share the forest. At night, they own it. They own it. There's nothing that they fear. Maybe surprised sometimes, but they don't really fear anything. I mean, their instincts for survival are unbelievable. In Morgan Monroe State Forest, supposedly, and I've never just found this out for certain, but it's probably true, there's a network of caves. And a lot of the people that live in Morgan County believe that that's where they go, especially when the weather is bitterly cold. I don't think it makes any difference. I think their muscle mass is so intense that, like many animals, you know, you don't really see animals in the wild just shivering. Landon asks, can Bigfoot get COVID? Well, Landon, I don't know why it wouldn't. Or should I say, I don't know why it couldn't. It's the wrong letter there. I don't know why. But you know, there's been so many people that have recovered from this. Cheryl believes that she had it in January when she got really, really sick for about a week and a half. And we have another friend that they talked about in that time of the year that they got this weird flu. And they thought that they'd already, you know, they'd had it. And there's lots of people that have survived, but there's a lot of people that's just gone through terrible, 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 terrible. I mean, it's not a myth. It's not a myth. When I was at the hospital yesterday, I had to go in for tests. And I talked to a nurse, and I said to the nurse, and I said, what do you think about these people that think this virus thing's a bunch of hogwash? She said, well, they'll think that until they get it. Oh, that's what she said, exactly, the nurse. So anyway, Christy says, but that's so crazy since they weigh so much, not being hurt. I mean, I can't walk down the hall without waking up my 2-year-old grandson from a nap. Well, they don't have that problem. They can be noisy, or they can be, yeah. And, you know, and what was the cartoon that the Sasquatch is the expert at social distancing? Yeah, they already have social distancing. Social distancing down. That's right, Shannon, they do. As always, my co-host. And her Carrie says, Carrie Cole, I had pneumonia for 2 months. So, the Yeti, North America's greatest drinking device. It'll keep that beverage cold for the longest time. It will. The Yeti. And you know, they don't give me a penny. And I keep talking about it, and I've sold for them, and they don't give me a nickel. That's pathetic. Oh my gosh, that's cool though. We had a wonderful time tonight. I have to say, we just, I don't know what happened to our, see if we have any comments. What happened to our original broadcast? The screen went blank and everything. And Cheryl was worried and the world was worried, but I'm okay. I'm all right. But we'll be back next Friday night here at 10 o'clock. And you know what we do? We talk all Bigfoot. This is Larry Battson broadcasting from the remote jungles of Clinton Falls, Indiana, and beautiful West Central Indiana, Hoosier State, here live on Facebook. Good night.